was recently having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking, I always get into these deep conversations with my friends, and we were talking about how like a lot of people are afraid of dying, and that's like their number one biggest fear is like they don't want to die. But I don't think that the fear is actually dying, because who actually wants to live 1,000 years old? Like, if you really think about it, you would want to be on this earth for eternity, for 1,000 years. Like, no, that sounds very, very dreadful, and I think that takes away from the experience of actually living. But I think the real fear is living your life every single day and realizing you're 80 years old, you're on your deathbed, and you did none of the things that you actually really wanted to do. Like, you went throughout your life doing the norm, doing what's expected of you, and not really doing what makes you happy. The one thing you don't want to do is look over your 2024 year, December, like we're in December right now. The one thing you don't want to do come December 2024 and realize the only thing you really did was wake up, maybe take your kids to school or get ready for school, then go to your job, then come home, make dinner, shower, go to sleep, rest, and repeat the same day. Literally waiting for Friday to come, waiting for the weekend to come, waiting for summer to come, in winter waiting for summer to come, and then summer waiting for winter to come, waiting for Christmas to come. Every single year we're living like this same little cycle of doing these mundane things and these boring things in life that I feel like is the reason that we are so unmotivated and feel like we're being lazy, is because we are extremely bored with life. Like, when you think about it, it sounds very, very dreadful, and it reminds me of that one SpongeBob scene when everything is just replaying day by day by day by day by day. And I feel like that's how life is now. Like, we wake up, we do our daily routine, we come back home, we start it over again, and we do that for literally 365 days. Maybe some days are a little bit different. On the weekends you might got a birthday party to go to, but you're dreading come Monday because you know you're about to live the same day for 5 days. I plan to completely stop doing that in 2024. Like, I'm at a point where if I can't say wholeheartedly and give an excited yes to it, I'm not doing it. And that's the one way that I'm gonna stay ahead of everybody else in 2024. Like, everyone is living the same exact life. Whether you have kids, whether you don't have kids, whether you're in school, whether you're not in school, you have your daily routine, you're doing it every single day, you're waiting until the weekend comes to have even just a little bit of fun or a little bit of ounce of happiness. You're dreading Monday every single Sunday, and you're doing this literally until you are retired. And even when you are retired, the only thing that's changing is you don't have to go to work or you don't have to go to school, but you still have the same daily routine, not doing anything different with your life. And a lot of people are living this way, and this is why most people don't reach their goals. Most people feel so unmotivated, so lazy. This year was a year where people were telling me like, girl, you have been outside. Like, it's a random Tuesday and you're at Taco Tuesday, because why not? Why am I just going to work and coming straight home after work to just do nothing? It's either I'm going to be working on my business, which is an absolute yes. I'm saying yes to that every single time. Shipping orders, yes. Going to eat some good food with a friend, yes. Like, why am I don't feel like, why is it so normal for us to live these every single day boring lives, so doing the same exact things every day? Like, why is that the norm for us? So the one way that I'm staying ahead of everyone is literally, if it's not a complete yes, I'm just not doing it. Like, I'm intentionally only doing things that I'm genuinely excited about and genuinely happy about it. And if I'm not, I'm gonna find a way to make it more enjoyable. And I'm not telling you to go quit your job because you hate your job, and going to your job is not like a yes. Going to your job is not a part of the life that you want to live. But I think that one of the worst things for me is that getting older and realizing that I didn't live out the dream life that I have in my head every single year. And if you're just unintentionally not making any kind of effort to do that, what you want your life to be like, it's not gonna happen. So for me, I love the freedom of having my own business, and the ultimate goal for me is just to be able to wake up and spend my day however I want. And I know that the only way that I'm gonna be able to get there is literally by owning my own business, generate enough income to be able to do that. Therefore, right now, I do have a job, I do have my own business, and I also do hair on the side. So that's 3 things that I'm doing right now. And every day that I wake up, those are yeses for me. Like, I actually enjoy going to my job, I enjoy doing hair, I enjoy doing these things. But if I didn't, I would literally lay out a plan to not be able to do this. You can look at your expenses that you have for the entire year and figure out a way. If you have to spend $3,000 a month on expenses just to get by, you need to figure out how can you generate $3,000 a month other than your job so that you are able to not go to that job anymore. Like, we can't, obviously, if it doesn't make you happy, it's only going to make you unhappy. You're not living the life that you actually want to live. And I hate that for you. Like, I hate that for us. I hate that for so many people. Like, it really does bother me that so many people feel like they can't have their dream life because of all these outside and external things that do not even matter. Like, if you lock in, this is literally how you're going to get ahead of everyone else in 2024. This is what's going to allow you to live the life that you wanted to live. If it's not a complete yes, write a list of things that you are doing in your life right now, the people that are around you. If you don't instantly get excited about it and you don't feel happy about it and you don't think, okay, yes, like that's perfect, that's how I want it to be, get rid of it. Stop doing it. If you can't stop doing it right now, obviously you need to make money, obviously you need to work at your job. Like, let's not get crazy, but write out a plan and figure out a way, do your research to stop doing those things. If you lock in just at least for 6 months, I promise you things can completely change. I am a witness to this. And right now, life is great. Life is going good. Like, I can't express the gratitude I have now for my life and the life that I'm living now, and how, like, I don't feel suffocated. Like, that's how it feels when you're going through life day by day by day by day, living the same exact day, not doing anything different. Literally just taking a different route from work home can make you feel a lot better and make you feel happier. Like, if you take the same exact boring route for home and you've always seen like this neighborhood, like around my neighborhood, like I know my neighborhood very well. Obviously I live around here, but just a few streets over and a couple blocks over, there are these like communities with these giant, big, huge houses that I always drive past, especially on my way to the gym. And it's like, I just wonder, like, what do the houses actually look like in the inside? And one day on my way home from the gym, I went into the community and I was amazed. I literally called my mom, like, Mom, look at how big these freaking houses are, and they're literally just right, not even 10 minutes away from us. Like, these small little things change your perspective a lot, and it makes you realize, like, why not you? Like, why can't you be living your dream life? And I don't want to keep making things about like death or dying or being on your deathbed, but I think that when you lose people at such a young age, like I had my first major loss when I was in the 6th or 7th grade, I believe, and it was my grandmother, and she was all that I'd known, like up until she was like 90, I believe, or 91 years old. And it was like, wow, it really puts things into perspective when it's like, you don't know how much time you have. And I think that people spend a lot of time thinking that they have all the time in the world to reach their goals or get things done or build their dream life, and you don't. Like, in reality, I just read this quote that was like, you have about 70 Christmases. If you're lucky, you get about 70 Christmases. And when you think of it, like, 70 is not a huge number. It's not big at all. And it's really like, I think of it like $70. Like, then you have 69, then you have 66. Like, not to sound like really, really dark or anything, but it's like, why not start now? And making these little small changes and writing down everything that is a yes and everything that is a no in your life will put you in the right direction of living the life that you want, the life that you have in your head, in your mind, that you've always dreamed about, whatever that looks like for you. Like, if it's not owning a business, if it's working your dream job, you have to get clear on these things so that you can start moving in that direction, and not just go throughout life being a basic, normal human being, living the same day, copying and pasting every single day for 365 days a year, and then get into December and the end of the year and realizing, like, it feels like I've wasted this entire year doing the same thing that I've done for the past 10 years. Like, that is one of my biggest fears. I don't want to do that. And even if I don't make it to that dream life, which I know that I will, but it's like, in the pursuit of trying to get there, you figure out all these things, you learn all these different things, you meet so many different people, and it's all worth it in the end. Literally, spend more time thinking about what makes you happy and what's a yes in your life, and this is going to set you so many steps ahead of everyone else in this new upcoming year. Like, people are thinking about their goals and their dreams and all these things maybe for like a few months, but they're not actually putting in the work. But most people get bored by like January 10th because they're living these same exact repeat days that they just were living in December, but for some odd reason everyone thinks something magical happens in that new January. But when you start doing different things with your life and you figure out what you want, you start not to be as bored with your life. Like, a lot of us are just bored living the same exact days. So write down what's a yes for you and what's a no, and figure out how to incorporate more of those yeses into your life. It's going to make you a lot happier, a lot more productive, and you're going to be excited about the new things in your life and excited about getting things done and moving in this right direction. I promise you. You have to stop living these same dates over and over and over again, whether it's you work from home every single day, Monday through Friday. Maybe one of those days, go work from a coffee shop. You don't know who you might meet. You just never know. Go through a different neighborhood. Go for a run randomly. Like, do these things that make you happy, but you need to write down these yeses and these nos, especially when it comes to the people in your life. Your circle is so important, and and I know we form these bonds and these attachments with people, but if it's not serving you and it's not a complete yes, get rid of them. Like, get rid of them. God is gonna put more people in your life, and I promise you this, at the beginning of this year, I was in a completely different space. Never really talk about it, still don't really talk about it to this day, but my number one prayer was that God would bring genuine people in my life that would add to my happiness. Like, I prayed that every single day, and now looking back on that prayer, it's like you don't realize until you look back on the things that you write down, which is why I'm so big on writing down, because I was just randomly looking through my journal and it was like, why was I praying so hard? Like, I've never been a person to have a really big group of friends, but I really just wanted more genuine people in my life, and that happened. And it's like I'm in a completely different space than I was in earlier this year. Like, I'm doing more things that make me happy. I feel closer to the life that I want. Everything just feels a lot different when you start to do different things and you get clear on the life that you want and the dream that you have for yourself. You start putting in the work to get there, and you don't get so bored with everything and feel so lazy and unmotivated every single day. If you want a clear step-by-step plan on planning out your new 2024 year, make sure you click on this video because it will help you, and I will see you guys in the next video.